You know, eating a balanced diet means having a cookie in both hands.
Oh, that is what it means.
That is not.
Gotta balance it.
Yes, Jeffrey.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Okay.
And you won't know where our hands are or what's in them while we go around sharing what's happening in our personal
I
lives.
can see my hands right
Yeah.
now.
For what's on your mind. I'm going to show you mine. Alexis is out today, but we're going to start things off with Brooke. Brooke, what's on your mind?
Oh, man, you
Okay,
know.
put your fake cookie hands down.
Brooke
I love
is
my
holding
cookies.
imaginary cookies.
Okay, what's on your mind, Brooke?
You know I love to hire anyone who comes to my doorstep.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've bought steaks from a random meat seller.
Yes.
The list goes on. So there's a sweet man who came to my door and wanted to give me an estimate to clean out my gutters.
Oh, it's
Is this some sort of weird euphemism? Because I'm not liking it.
I wish. No.
She said, I
wish.
Wait a minute.
It's going to be $75 for each side.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool. A week
sounds
later, my
good
husband's like, hey, we need the gutters cleaned. I'm like, well, let me tell you, I know a guy.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
I have a guy.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't really know him. He's a total stranger that just knocked on our door, but I have his number.
You do have a hookup, though. Like, it's meant to be.
Oh, but every time it just bites me in the ass. So
Uh-oh.
I hire him.
Oh, God.
Okay.
First, he pulls up in a Dodge Charger.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, not a
What's wrong with
workman
Dodge
or a
Chargers?
truck or-
Somehow managed to pull a 20-foot ladder out of the trunk of this thing.
How?
It was like a clown car.
That's impressive.
It was. And he first tells me, I do not feel good right now. And I'm
Great. Why'd you say yes?
should you be here?
Yeah.
And I like back up, trying to keep my distance.
Don't get me sick,
And I'm
dude.
like, he's like, yes, I can do the work. I'm like, oh, okay, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
So about 5 minutes later, I get a knock on the door. And he's he's at the door and he's asking for a bag of ice.
Uh-oh.
And he looks visibly in pain.
Yeah.
He just slammed his hand in the trunk of his car, and
Oh.
he's not sure if his fingers are.
Oh, no.
Oh, bro.
Poor
So I'm
guy.
like, yeah. So I go get the poor man a bag of ice, and I said, well, you don't have to stay. Again, you could do this later.
Yeah, come back in
and
2
he's
days.
like, no, I got it. I'm sick. I have a broken hand. We're gonna finish the job.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't finish the job. So he leaves. He leaves his ladder there. About
Leaves the ladder?
Yeah. A week later, he texts me and asks me for $100 because he needs
okay.
gas money.
Oh.
And
It's
then
a charity at
you
this
guys,
point.
3 weeks go by. For a month, we have had the ladder outside of our house.
Gosh,
He
Brooke.
finally shows back up.
Yay.
He lets me know he did not break his hand.
That's good.
Yay.
He can't do the work today,
Oh.
but he'll be back in 2 weeks. And if I don't trust him, he'll leave me his passport.
Oh, so he doesn't leave
Yes.
the country.
Yes. So I think I'm being scammed, but it's a very long play. And
Yeah. Poor
if
Brooke.
anybody does gutters, just, I'm your sucker. Show up at my door.
Jose, what's been on your mind?
Well, if you didn't know, other than this job, I'm a video game streamer.
Yeah.
I stream almost every night, and occasionally I do raffles and giveaways. And this last time, I did a giveaway of almost $1,000 in Visa gift cards.
Oh, God.
And it was really
Yeah,
exciting,
that's
right?
cool.
That's more money than we give away on our show.
Yeah.
I know, right? So anyway, the other morning I was supposed to mail them out, and I go to grab them on my way to work, and I cannot find them. And the last thing that I remember is putting them on my kitchen counter.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh my gosh. I threw away all my trash
Oh, no.
and cleaned and went to the
No.
dumpster yesterday.
No.
Before I went to bed, yes.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Almost $1,000.
Oh,
like just
my
under
God.
1K. So then on the way in, I'm stressing out. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like,
Yeah, who do I
dump-
call? Do I go through
Yeah.
the dumpster?
That's what I was thinking.
Or you can
Yeah.
offer to do Brooke's gutters and she'll just throw money at you for
yeah,
free.
Brooke, I need $850.
All you have to do is set a ladder up and walk away.
Anyway, so I'm freaking out.
Brutal.
And then I remembered 6 years ago, I had to buy a new phone because I lost mine one night. And the old one I found after in my jacket pocket.
Ah.
And I remembered I went to lunch with you guys and I wore a fancy jacket for once.
Yeah.
So I run home, I go into my jacket, and sure enough, It's a miracle. They're in my jacket pocket.
Wow.
All three of them.
Is in your pocket
You
the whole
had
time.
him at lunch. I could have pickpocketed you. And you wouldn't even noticed.
Yeah, I guess in the transfer of me grabbing my keys and wallet and everything, I put them in my pocket and I totally
So,
forgot about
have
them.
you mailed them yet?
Yes, they got mailed out, and I know one of the people already got one.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're
Okay.
good to go. The other
Yeah.
two, if they're lost, don't come to me, all right? I don't want anything. I barely got them to you.
All right, Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
So I'm not really a handy person.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm the same, bro.
Handsy,
Yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
But handy, not really yet.
Yeah.
And
I know what you mean.
I'm moving into this new house, so I have to get a lot of things done. So I dip my toe into the pond of big box hardware stores.
Oh,
The Home
okay.
Depots, the Lowe's. I'm finally getting deep into like that world and what it's like.
Now, knowing you, are you getting into the world of hiring people at Home Depot or going in and actually
I'm
buying-
actually buying
Okay.
stuff to use myself.
Okay.
And recently I went there to get a power drill.
Okay.
Ooh, your first power drill.
You don't own one?
I don't own one yet, so I wanted to get my
Oh,
first power
that's-
drill. The
that's
worker in the
interesting.
power drill section walks over, says he can help me.
Good.
So I ask him about a drill. He pulls out his phone and starts Googling it.
What?
No, that's not what you're
He's trying to match the photo on his phone to the drill that I'm pointing at and reading the description. 5 minutes later, he says he's not sure.
He's not sure.
He can't help me.
My dad hates everyone that works at the big box stores.
Oh,
He's like,
really?
they're all idiots. Don't listen to any of them.
But later, I was looking for a flood lamp. Nobody at the store knew what that was.
What?
They were like,
Okay.
for floods? I'm like,
No, for
I don't know. Ultimately, I decided to go simple. I'm asking, where are the mirrors in the store? The employee's like, mirrors? What kind of mirrors? I'm like,
The ones you
I don't know, the
look
ones
into.
that like I can see myself in, those ones? And she's like, oh, yeah, let me look those up.
No.
Again on the phone.
Has to look in the phone where it is in
Yeah,
the store.
yeah.
So in the end, I just realized me, the least handy guy in the world, knows just as much, if not more, than the actual employees at the hardware stores.
Wow.
Yeah. There's only one guy who ever knows anything there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you got to find him. And
He
it's
doesn't even
always-
work there.
Probably not. Probably not. You wouldn't believe how much advice my dad gives when we go.
Really?
We spend half of our time him talking to other people to let him know a better way to do something.
He's training the guys at
Yes.
Lowe's. Like,
Yeah.
let me help you.
And the
here.
rest of the time hiring people to do Brooks gutters.
So, I wish you could come over.
That's what's on our minds. Text in 78592 and tell us what's been on yours. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.